Did the design change help the experience? Yes. Yes, it did. Holy fuck. I could not imagine watching this entire movie with that old design changed. Ah! What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, stars Mr. Ben Schwartz as the voice, James Madsen, Jim Carrey, and it's directed by Jeff Fowler, which I felt bad for this guy because this was his first directing choice. I remember first directing movie, I should say, but yeah, I think I even said that when I did a video on the design change. I just felt bad for him, all this controversy already. But anyways, yes, you got Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously, a lot of people are very familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog. He can run really, really fast. He's from an alternate dimension, and that's what happens here. He has to leave his dimension for certain reasons that I won't say, and he shows up to Earth where he's been living for a bit. He's been living in, well, Green Hills, which anybody who's played the game, you know that level. There's a big, crazy power surge that happens, so the government brings in Dr. Robotnik, which is Jim Carrey, of course, and they're out to get him, and Sonic meets up with James Marsden's character, and James Marsden helps him out, and that's pretty much what's going on here. So what did I think of Sonic the Hedgehog? Enjoyable. Damn enjoyable. I wasn't expecting much from this movie. When it comes to me playing the Sonic video games, I was a big fan of Sonic 2. I remember my cousin, every time I go to my cousin's house, he had a Sega Genesis. We were a Nintendo family. I always thought the Genesis was better. Come on, man. It's just, I don't know, the games are better. Streets of Rage, Road Rash, come on, those kind of games. But when it came to Sonic the Hedgehog, I always liked playing 2, not 1, but 2, or was it 3? No, it was 2. And because 2 was when it introduced Tails, and I'm more familiar with that game than anything. But they're all pretty much the same. Just get as many rings as you can, and get to the very end, and then certain things. And yeah, watching this, and I used to watch the cartoon as well. And so I was kind of seeing, okay, is it going to be somebody? Yeah, they pretty much. I mean, first off, the design. Thank you very much for doing that because it would have been a difficult watch with that old design. The character's goofy. The character does things where you could basically. He could play a whole baseball game by himself or, do all this kind of stuff, playing ping pong by himself. The only thing that really bugged me about the character is I did not like the voice casting. Nothing against Ben Schwartz, okay? I've enjoyed him and other things, but I don't know, with his kind of voice I don't know, it's just, I just didn't really like that. I don't know. I think they could have chose somebody better. I mean, there's a reason why. The fact that Ryan Reynolds was Detective Pikachu's voice, for some reason, really worked, because you wouldn't expect him to be the voice of that. So I kind of wish they had some kind of voice casting like that. I'm not saying like a big movie star or something like that. I'm just something that would have been just different. I don't know, it's just me. It didn't ruin the movie. It's just every now and again when I would hear some of the jokes and some of the way that he would do the voice, it just kind of went, James Marsden, of course, likable, usually is, and him with Sonic was good stuff. But the scene stealer, of course, in this movie is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, big time, and everybody's been praising his performance. This is Jim Carrey at his Jim Carreyest. I mean, you could basically take Ace Ventura and the Riddler and Dr. Robotnik. You can tell he was having a lot of fun with this. He was just going off. I'm sure there's probably alternate takes a bunch. I mean, there's going to be some bonus features and stuff that we'll probably see some takes, and it'll be pretty good stuff. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to all that, I mean, this is a pretty contained movie. It takes place mainly, I mean, of course, there's San Francisco, but it's mainly in the town of Green Falls. But I mean, I could start ripping shit apart, but what's the point? It's not that kind of movie. I do kind of wish they were like, okay, when they made it where James Marsden's character was a domestic terrorist all over the news, I just wish they could have made it where he couldn't just be driving and walking outside freely and accessing buildings. And I'm just kind of going, you're a wanted terrorist by the government. No disguise, no nothing. You're just able to fucking walk around. A lot of stuff was a little too convenient and easy and everything. But I think the shining light to this is all the action sequences with Sonic. It's done very well. They do kind of like the Quicksilver X-Men slow-mo where he's going through while music's playing, but I mean, it's a little exaggerated. It's more cartoony because it is Sonic. There's like a pretty crazy bar sequence that happens with all that, but they actually do a couple scenes like that. So it's actually pretty cool, and it was actually done pretty well. And I actually, like I said, I enjoyed it. It's nothing like I'm gonna rush to go see it again. But if it's on TV, or like I just feel like, hey, let's just watch some kind of stupid. Hey, Sonic, am I gonna put Sonic the Hedgehog on the favorite wall of 2020? Nah, not gonna do that. Just because, even though I enjoyed it and I would gladly watch it if it was on TV, it's just not something I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out again. Because I wasn't too big on the character, like I said. I only played when I was at my cousin's house, and I think, but overall, it's when it comes to video games being adapted to movies, hey, we have a winner here. There you go, guys. That's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What'd you think about it? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel at filmjunkie.com for all my content. Follow me on the sock meds over there, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon if you want to help out, and shirts to order down below. All right.